process is. So first thing that I do is I start out with a really basic sketch. So as you can see, proportions aren't right. General idea is there though. And then what I do is I lower the opacity to where I can just barely see it, but it's very clear which layer I'm working on. And then I create a new layer. As you can see, it's pretty clear which layer is the active one. And so I kind of worked on the torso shape a little bit. Legs still aren't right. Head's probably not right. But again, just another quick sketch. Then I lower the opacity here as well. And then I pretty much still want to be able to see the last one, but I very much want to be able to tell the difference. And then I do a more detailed sketch, still kind of rough, but you know, it's getting the right idea. Legs are about the right length. I want them to be arm, head. There's no detail, but okay. And then again, I lower the opacity here. And then I start up a new layer. You can see a little more detailed. I fix some of the posture stuff. One thing I do when I'm doing rough sketches, you can see these feet don't match up quite right. I'll actually use a selector tool to select somewhere. And then I go through and I'm able to kind of move it around. So if I feel like the foot's in the wrong spot, you know, I can move it forward, I can move it back. And because it's a sketch, it doesn't really need to line up completely. Sorry, it looks like my friend reached out and confirmed. Yeah, he says that there's some white noise. It's my 3D printer and my heater probably. Let me see if I can adjust those. Okay. Alright, John, if you were able to hear white noise still, just let me know. I think that this is a little behind. Okay, sweet. Yeah, he says it's better. So I guess I'll just have my 3D printer off while I do these. Sweet. Thank you, John. Alright, so yeah. Because it's a sketch, it doesn't matter too much if things... I mean, obviously the ankle and the feet, like, they don't really match up. I kind of did something similar with the head. You can see right here, this line used to be there, but I wanted him to be lower to the ground. You know, bracing himself a little bit more. So anyway, and then same process, lower the opacity here. And past layers as well. I kind of keep the past layers because I want a basic idea, but when I get to a certain point, I can pretty much cut out some of these. And then I have one more sketch, and obviously there's not like a set amount of sketches that I do. I just do it until it starts feeling right. So at this point, I'll lower this a little bit more. At this point, I've really gone through and done details. So I've got the arm markings the Piccolo has. I've done his face pretty well in detail. I've been doing some of the fabric lines. I fleshed out his cape. So it's pretty much what I want at this point. And so at this point, I I go through and I just make it smooth. Krita has a tool for the paintbrush called brush smoothing, and I do the stabilizer. So as you can see, there's kind of this boundary, and so it's not until you get to the edge of that boundary that it starts drawing. So I'm going to erase this when I'm done, but you can kind of see, like, I made fairly smooth circle, and then if I ditch the stabilizer and I try to do the same circle, you can see it's pretty wavy. So even though it's not no, I spaced what I was going to say. So yeah, that helps me do the smooth lines. So at that point, I go through, I think this is the right one. Now you can tell with this one that I've definitely made some adjustments. I took all the good ideas from the sketch, and then I made some adjustments. So even though this one wasn't a sketch, there still were adjustments that I made. Kind of the similar thing where I use this free select tool. One of the feet was wrong, so I selected it and I moved it back. Originally, his ankles were kind of at weird angles, so I just scooched some stuff around, erased some lines, and then drew them back in. So now that I have the outline, that's where I go through and I get rid of all my sketch work. So that's where I get the smooth image I was going for. One of these sketches, let's see if I can find it. I also have a background sketch that I'm trying to find. I think it might be this one. Yeah. So I put in a horizon, and this isn't actually a move in Dragon Ball Z, but I figured I'd put an artistic flair on it. It's just going to be the special beam cannon or the Bakan Kosupo, but much larger. So it's at this point that they have a tool, and it's a fuzzy select tool. So I went into my outline layer, and as you can see, I can press that, and it's going to basically just outline the white space. Now, what ends up happening though is I'll just do a brief line. It ended up being on the wrong side, but as you can see, there's kind of this faded line right there. It's because it is a fuzzy select tool. And so basically what happens is I'll go through and I fill it out mostly. Then I don't need to be careful about the lines, because I'm just doing the bulk of it. And then I'll go through afterwards and I'll just really, let me fix it real quick. I'll go in afterwards and just really do in between the lines. Now normally I keep my outline above, so precision doesn't matter as much. And obviously for the cape, it's going to be white, and none of these lines matter since the outline's on top, but I'm just showing you. So I'll go through and undo all of that. So, and then I like to do separate layers for all the colors. You can see, like, there's white in his head and there's white down here, and it's because it doesn't matter, because as you can see on the layer list, it's in the back. So I got the green, purple for his gi. Got it. I was going to do the red on a different layer, but that didn't happen. It kind of did, but the belt was on the wrong layer, I guess. And I think that's all I've done so far. As far as concept goes, I do have the sketch, the background I want. So I'm not going to put too much focus on the background. I'll probably have it faded out on the sides. Yeah. And the rest of this is going to be kind of a painting experiment. So rather than the key blast having the same process as I did for Piccolo, I'm going to focus more on like just painting it out, so we can kind of get some cool key blast effects. This is the first time of me trying this new method, so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's going to be lots of adjustments and lots of learning here, but I'm just going to go for it. And if it looks awful, I mean, I never claimed to be a professional artist, so, you know, whatever. The other part is I'm going to do more dynamic lighting on Piccolo's face. I want lots of contrast in there. I think it will look pretty cool. So, let me respond to a message real quick. Kind of to answer the question that my friend posed. He didn't put it in the chat, so it's not going to be visible. But as far as how often I'm going to stream, I'm not going to make any promises about that. I do a fair amount of digital art. Anytime I'm doing it, I'll jump on the stream. Chances are in the future, there will be a lot less talking. And so, and then past that, I'm not going to worry about views. I mean, I'm sure I'd get more views if I told you guys in advance what I'm going to be streaming. But I'm a college student and I'm busy. I work full time, go to school full time. I'm just not willing to commit to a specific time frame. So when I'm on, I'm on. If people jump on and join me, that's awesome. I appreciate it. If people want to watch it after the fact, that's also cool. But I'm not going to worry about being eloquent. I'm not going to worry about being enthusiastic. I'm not going to worry about most things because I did YouTube in the past, and I think I just tried too hard, and it just kind of became a negative experience for me, and it was stressful. I was trying to be somebody that I'm not, getting excited about, the new hamburger at Carl's Jr. when really I don't give a fuck. So I guess that's my F word, which is why this isn't, for children. But anyway, I just don't care about, honestly, I'm a pretty passionate person and, or not passionate, right? So either I care a lot or I don't care at all. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff I don't care about. And when I do care about something, I can be quite talkative about it, but, sometimes I'm just in a mood where I'm not going to be. So, take it as you will. And, I hope for anybody who's watching that you enjoy this and that it's not an utter waste of time. So, I will just get into it. Also, in case anybody wants to know, the program I'm using is called Krita. It's an open source software. Where's my drawing glove? Ugh. Am I just not going to use a drawing glove today? Yeah, Krita is an open source software, meaning all of its source files are online. Technically, if you were, um, technically, if you're smart enough, you could go in and edit it to your liking. I I'm actually going to school for computer science, so potentially I'd be smart enough, but I don't really care to. I enjoy Krita. It's great. It also makes custom made brushes easier to do. Um, and then as far as hardware goes, I'm not going to give you specs on my PC because nobody cares. But I am using a Huion tablet, model H1060P. It's been really nice for me. It has some, it has pressure sensitivity, has some button shortcuts. Um, I've enjoyed it. Okay, so since I have an outline for all of this, I'm going to cut out, I'm going to make all my layers invisible because I have kind of marked here where the energy blast is going to be coming out. So just going to lose all of this. And then create a new layer for the colors. And then a lot of this is just going to be roughly drawn. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with this. The base color. I'm also going to use some references online. You guys aren't going to see them, but whatever. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's a yellow color, but I just want to check. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a fairly bright yellow, and then around it there's kind of purple. I'm going to focus a little bit on some of like the red lightning stuff that goes on around it as well. So yeah, it looks like a yellow center, and then let's see. It's either, oh yeah, yeah. So it's a yellow center, and then around it it's like a yellow spiral with like a pink outline, and then it looks like a lot of the key elements outside of that are also yellow with a pink outline. So, okay. Let's see what kind of yellow I want to do. Looks like it's a fairly bright yellow too. Maybe. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna do like a highlight with that probably. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. With that. I'll go with this. Okay. And then this one's actually gonna be pretty much straight. Oh yeah, I also suggest to anybody who is doing digital art, use like a drying glove. So generally, like any hand sweat or oil, kind of sticks to the drawing surface, and it just makes it difficult to draw well. Okay, I think that's a decent beginning. Let me see. Oh, I think I'm gonna still do separate layers for separate colors. So I'll come in here with the highlight. I'm like a pessimistic, unenthusiastic Bob Ross. Wow. I might adjust some of these colors. Let's add like another highlight. Obviously, you don't need to use pre-generated colors, but sometimes I'll adjust stuff, but if there's not quite the right color. But generally speaking, I just kind of pick from those. So the color dropper is really handy when you want to switch back to old colors. I think I might switch which brush I'm using because I want a little bit of the ability to do sharper. Yeah, I think that's better. I want to be able to kind of do like faded and like sharper tips here. Tip. I said tip. Let's see. I want to some helpful shortcuts for Krita. There's if you hold shift and then just drag your pen or mouse or whatever you're using, you can easily adjust the size of your brush or eraser. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna adjust the tips of these as well. Don't really want soft brush strokes here. there's going to be substantial amount of going through and doing stuff like this. Okay, color dropper. Yeah, that's better. I want to be able to get kind of like a tip on these. I'm going to go through and adjust it later. I think that's something I really enjoy about digital art versus normal art is not that digital art's not normal, but traditional maybe is the right word. You know, it's easier than normal painting, traditional painting. Because, yeah, if I want to go in and adjust something, but only on one layer, so easy to do. Normal painting's like, well, I messed this up, so time to start over. Or time for a really tedious, drawn out, difficult process of fixing it. So, either way, not terribly fun. I mean, unless that's your thing, I guess it could be fun. It's not fun for me, but you know, teach their own. I think I'm gonna lose that. Don't need one there. Maybe go in and make these make these a little more prominent, and then maybe go in with the secondary highlight. By the way, again, I'm not a professional painter, so if I ever say something like secondary highlight, I'm just making crap up. Like, that might not actually be the term. So if you want to sound smart, don't use art terms like me, because I mean, communication is really just about understanding, right? So as long as you understand what I'm talking about, that's all that matters, right? Right? Maybe not. Okay. This other layer. I think maybe making like a strong focal point here. Something that could be beneficial. Yeah, a lot of my older stuff I used a pad that didn't have pressure sensitivity, and man, it's nice to have pressure sensitivity. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay. Let's see. I don't remember if there's a red highlight around this as well. It doesn't really look like it. No. Some depictions do. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. I think we'll go for it. Why not? Yeah, let's go for it. I think we'll put this one in the back. My mouse is low on batteries, so it keeps double clicking or not clicking. I should definitely get around to fixing that. Maybe we'll go back to this old brush. So it's almost like a pinkish red that translates. Yeah, it's definitely like a pink that turns into. It's more orangey. So what's that? I think that might be good. Yeah, looks like if we jumped from that to maybe this, that'd be good. Okay. Nah, we're not gonna do that. That one's too wispy. Good to know. Those are not translucent. I mean, those are not opaque. Yeah. I'll go through after the fact and erase some of this. Might even go in now just to. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's much better. Yeah, like that. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna do something. Yeah, sorry, I'm new to all this, so. I'm gonna have a few people I'm gonna share this with. I'm gonna have a few people I'm gonna share this with. I'm gonna. Oh, that's so weird. Have a few people I'm gonna share this with. I'm gonna. Oh, that's so weird. Have a few people I'm gonna share this with. All right. Oh, on the eraser. This is going to be fairly similar to sketching in the sense that I'm not too worried about accuracy here or style. I just want to get an idea of where the colors are going. It's another spot I'll go in. Do just a little bit of erasing here. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna do I was gonna have background music. There we go. That's a little less boring, right? I'll make sure that's coming through on my streaming software. Yeah. There we go. That's better. This is all on the YouTube Studio audio library, so it should be copyright free. Something a little darker. Let's go in here. Drop tool. Some of this music doesn't fit, but I don't want to risk demonetization. I'm not doing this for the money, but money would be, I mean, money's nice, right? apparently something's wrong with the stream. Interesting. Yeah, I have somebody telling me that they can't hear my voice, but my streaming software shows my voice. I think maybe I should turn up the volume on my mic. Let's see if I'm able to do that. Maybe turn down the volume on my... Sometimes I'm a little bit of a mumbler. So let's see. Volume. Yeah, I don't know how to turn up my volume. Might just have to... Yeah, I might just have to talk a little louder. I don't like that. There we go. That's better. To my sister who's watching, are you able to hear my voice now? I know that when I pulled up the stream, I was able to hear my voice, but it doesn't mean other people can. Also, that looks much better. Okay. Turn that down. This one down. Then, yeah, it looks like she can hear me. Okay. Crisis averted. Start here. And we're going for like a corkscrew shape. I can tell this is going to be tricky. This kind of sounds like Minecraft music. The back is going to be gone, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Okay, and then come in with the eraser. There's the stabilizer. Yeah, I'm glad my sister was able to join us today because she is trying to learn digital art herself, so. See, and that's a perfect example. A, you can't erase paints with traditional painting. B, even if you could, that's a lot more work than Control-Z. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Some of it could use touch up, maybe right here. layer. Do another one of these pink layers. I should test something. I'm curious if the opacity is gonna, yeah, it looks like it does. So the dropper uses whatever it looks like. So not what it is, but what it looks like. So if you drop the opacity, it's gonna give you that mix between the pink and yellow. I realized a mistake. Let's see. I know you can only go back so many times, so let's see. Oh, good. Okay. I made the wrong one in the background. I mean, sorry, I erased the wrong one. Because I want that. Wrong layer. Yeah, because I want this one in the back. Yeah. There we go. Put this one in the back. Followed by this one in the back. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Now we'll go in behind this. Start in on the other thing I was gonna erase. There we go. Much better. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think, yeah, you can turn normal brushes into erasers as well, which works. Let's make it a little smaller. There we go. Works great because the other eraser doesn't really have much texture to it. So yeah, this is looking great. I mean, it's not as artistic as I'd like, which is why this is kind of like, I don't know, we could call it like a color sketch. That's fun. Just call it a color sketch. But yeah, as I see it, not every channel is meant for everybody. And I think last time I did YouTube, I just tried too hard to make it for everybody. And at the end of the day, that just doesn't really work. People have different interests, and it's better to have a more focused channel than a sporadic one. Looks like we got a good premise here. Let's throw in the other stuff we made visible. Not bad conceptually. Whew. Looking good so far. I think for this layer, we're gonna go in and get rid of some of this. Probably should have gone with the lighter layers first. Oh well. There we go. There we go. That could do it. Make it a little bigger. Yeah. Let's go in and add some sharpness to these. Smartwatch keeps freaking out at me, telling me to get up and get active. Did my daily exercise. That means I don't need to move at all, right? All of the pen options are pressure sensitive, but it looks like this one is. It's looking much better. See, I'm gonna reach out to another person. I'm reaching out to another person. Is it a little cringy to like reach out to people? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, and then I wanted to go through. Let's sharpen some of this up too. So I think the biggest thing here is going to be making almost like offshoots. Because I think that's kind of the, you want it to kind of look like it's sparking. Yeah, the music selection on here is so weird. Like, this song does not match the mood of what we were going for at all. Well, whatever. All bad songs end, right? Maybe I'll go ahead and skip. 'Cause I don't like this at all. See if this is any better. That's fine. We were gonna go in for a darker color. That's what it was. We'll do this front of these behind the yellow. I think I might go through and make this one sharp too. Nah. I want it to blend a little bit. Yeah, there we go. you enable notifications, it should let you know anytime that I am streaming. Because I'm not planning on doing, a specific or regular time, if watching me paint something you're interested in, watching me paint something you're interested in, it wouldn't hurt to turn on notifications, so you can know when I'm on. I might also go in and recreate these videos as time lapses. Just essentially record the video. 'Cause I don't know if I can. Maybe I can download it. Take the video somehow. Edit it, drop the audio, put music over it again. I'm so tired today. Put some music over it again, and then generally speaking, I'm quite the night owl. But I've been trying to make an adjustment over to, waking up fairly early. I am gonna try to lose some weight this year. Keep my life in a more orderly manner. I have a freelance job, so I can kind of go to work whenever I want. And so, just kind of finding that new balance of like order and flexibility. I've kind of wanted to start a morning routine. Even if work gets delayed a little bit, I think it will help me work more. I think it's going to help a lot with, I struggle a lot with depression. I think it will probably help with my depression as well. And then past that, I think that it's just going to help keep my house clean. It's going to keep me fit. Get on a more socially acceptable sleep pattern. I'm wanting to get another job coming up here in a little while. And part of that is just making it happen. Getting up on time, going to bed on time. Those are the things that are gonna bring it home at the end of the day. So, my morning schedule basically looks like I wake up at 8 o'clock. My living room and I work out. I have a set workout. I don't work out for a certain amount of time. Then I take a shower immediately after. Then I go out breakfast. On the wrong layer for that. I go out to make breakfast, and then I do a half hour of cleaning. If it's my day off, on homework, and if it's my day to work, then I would go to work after that. lost weight before, so I'm pretty confident in my ability to do it. It's gonna take some time. So a healthy rate to lose weight at is about 1.5 pounds per week. You don't really want to do anything past that, generally speaking. It's not particularly healthy. It's also, you're less likely to succeed. So that's my goal. So I've made some progress. It's not quite as artistic as the end goal, but again, this is kind of more of like a color sketch. Get an idea of where things are going to be, and then rather than making new layers, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to touch this up, make some changes to it, hopefully make it more sharp. I'm going to have some more like sparks going on here coming out. Maybe some more contrasting colors, sharper lines, you know, the whole thing. I have a little bit of a hand cramp right now, so I'm going to bail. But hopefully anybody who watched this enjoyed it. Anybody who's going to watch it enjoys it. And yeah, just make sure to turn on notifications if you want to see when I'm streaming. If not, don't harm no foul. Not trying to impress anybody here. So, you know, do what you want. Alright, bye.